What's happening, world? B Marsh Boxing back at it with another post-fight review. Post-fight results from this WBC title fight we had between Brandon Figueroa, the challenger, versus the champion Luis Neri. And Luis Neri, man, was looking good in the first 3 rounds. He was boxing, using his jab, throwing a lot of headshots, He was catching the man Brandon Figueroa, who was a taller fighter with a longer reach and taller fighter in height, but he likes to come on the inside, put pressure, and be on the front foot and get on the inside. And Luis Neri was easily catching the man, Brandon Figueroa, especially in exchanges where Brandon Figueroa was getting clipped with left hooks on the inside. You know what I mean? I gave rounds 4 to the man, Brandon Figueroa. That was the first round I gave him, you know what I mean? Because the first 3 rounds was all Luis Neri, you know what I mean? And this pace and of style, this pace was favoring the man Luis Neri, how the man Brandon Figueroa was just coming on the inside and just unleashing, letting his hands go, but neglecting defense, not being defensively responsible, keeping his right hand up after he throws a jab, which was almost non-existent. And surprisingly, excuse me, Luis Neri had the better jab. You know what I'm saying? And his jab was working effectively because it was actually letting him close the distance, get on the inside, and get to work. You know what I mean? Round 5, I gave it to the man, uh, Luis Neri. Luis Neri started to get back his groove back. You know what I mean? Get on the inside, letting his hands go. Head, a lot of head hunting from the man Luis Neri, while the man Brandon Figueroa is systematically, slowly but surely breaking down the man. Um, Luis Neri to the body with left and right hooks to the body, uppercut straight up the sternum. You know what I'm saying? So round 6, I gave it to the man Brandon Figueroa, breaking him down systematically, slowly but surely. You know what I mean? Putting a pressure on the man Luis Neri, and Luis Neri, you can see he's not liking these body shots. You know what I'm saying? And he's actually now caught in no man's land. Should he back up, take a step back, keep a little fight from distance and range? And rather than get on the inside often where he's getting hit with a lot of body shots. And in round 7, sure enough, man, the body shot took a toll, and the man Brandon Figueroa threw a left and right to the left right to the body, hooks, left and right hooks, and then he threw a kind of uppercut to the sternum, and boom, the man Brandon Figueroa, Luis Neri was wincing in pain. You could see it even while he was going down. As a matter of fact, while he was trying to throw punches in the exchanges when he's getting hit to the body, that's when you could see in his face he was grimacing bad, especially when he tried to extend and throw punches, because you're using all your muscles in your rib cage to let them hands go to extend to throw punches. And he goes down wincing in pain, and man, the man was curled up like a shrimp in a frying pan, you know what I mean? Or or shrimp in a pot of boiling hot water. You know what I'm saying? The man was in pain. He got counted out. 10 count. 7th round knockout for Brandon Figueroa, man. I ain't gonna hold y'all, man. I didn't make a breakdown and prediction for this video. I'm sorry, for this particular fight, because I was caught in between who I thought would win this fight. The easy money was to say Luis Neri, 31-0 at the time, 24 KOs. But Brandon Figueroa, he had a little mishap with I can't remember that guy's name. The guy who fought Rigondeaux. I think Hugo Ruiz, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I mean? Was it Hugo Ruiz or one of them guys who fought Rigondeaux? And the fight got called a draw, and I thought he fought like a dummy. You know what I'm saying? Fighting on the inside against a Mexican banger, and that's why that fight turned out to be a draw. I thought he could have easily outboxed the man and stayed on the outside and won himself a comfortable decision. But he got a draw. But tonight, against the Mexican style, hey, tonight was a lot of Mexican versus Mexican American violence, you know what I mean? I'm saying real talk, from the Danny Roman fight uh, versus the Espinoza guy, from the very first fight, Xavier Martinez versus Juan Carlos Burgos. It was definitely Mexican versus Mexican American violence, you know what I mean? Mexican versus Mexican American crime, you know what I'm saying? hmm Yes, indeed, man. But it was a good night of boxing in Carson, California. You already know, in that stadium, that outdoor stadium where Margarito fought Paul Williams. You're gonna see great fights, and sure enough, we got one tonight. You know what I mean? And congratulations to Brandon Figueroa. You know, I didn't think he could win this fight via knockout. I thought he could win a close split majority decision type of fight versus Luis Neri. You know what I mean? But he proved, hey, man. He's an inside fighter, you know what I'm saying? And he likes to bang out, you know what I mean, rather than box. Kind of sort of like his older brother Omar Figueroa, who lost like last week, a few weekends ago. I'm not too sure if this style would suit him for the long run, for a long career. But for the meantime, in between time, Brandon Figueroa is a new champion. And you already know Brandon Figueroa came into this fight with the WBA regular title or world title, the little bullshit belt, because the real WBA champion at 122 pounds is MJ Akhmadaliev, you know what I mean? A guy out of Uzbekistan, okay? Now, the man, Luis Brandon Figueroa, tonight said, "This is a dream come true. You know, I've been dreaming of this since I was 7, 8 years old." So if that man really was a champion prior to tonight with that whack ass WBA Reggie or world belt that he had, you think he would be in his feelings tonight and emotionally invested in tonight because he won himself a WBC title? You think he would have been emotionally invested tonight for winning this title if he had thought he was a previously a world champion with that WBA Reggie belt? No, not at all. So, you know, a lot of people out here these days, man, they be claiming guys are champions with these whack ass WBC regular and world titles. Nah, man, it's a super champion. There's only one. That's MJ Akhmadaliev. So Luis Neri is now, I'm sorry, Brandon Figueroa is now, for the first time, a real legitimate world champion with his WBC 122-pound title. B Marsh Boxing, big ups to main boxing bike in the chat. What's good, my G? He says, "What's up, man?" Main Boxing Biker says, "I want some good money off those fights." True indeed, man. He said, "I knew Neri was going to lose. Neri last two fights showed me some weakness. Um, I put some small change on Brandon and won. That's what's up, man. Feel good to put some paper on a guy who's a lot of people didn't give a chance, you know what I mean? Now, I gave him a chance to win, but I didn't think he was going to win, to be honest. As far as who I would have picked, I was slightly leaning towards the man, Luis Neri, man. So that's a good pick right there. Salute. Um, Main Boxing Biker says Neri had a fight on Charlo card and I thought he struggled. Yeah, I remember that fight. I think it went the distance. Boxing Learner, what's up, Boxing Learner? Salute, my guy. He's in the chat. He says Brandon finally a champion. Hey man, congratulations to him. 24 years old. Better late than never, you know what I mean? And it's actually not late. He's a young champion. 22, 24 is a prime age to be a world champion, especially when you're young, you know? And next up is a unification between him and Stephen Fulton. WBC 122-pound unification, you know what I mean? You check it, so I'm looking forward to that, really and truly, you know? Look, taking us back to the days of Barrera versus Morales, you know what I mean? WBO, WBC unifications. But I'm looking forward to it, man. 122-pound division is on and popping. Big ups to everybody in the chat, main boxing biker. He says Brandon fights good on the inside, and he tough. Yeah, he is from now, man. Sure enough, man. But I'm looking forward to seeing what he's gonna do versus Cool Boy Steph from Philadelphia. All right, B Marsh Boxing. Big ups to everybody in the chat, boxing learner, main boxing biker, and I'm gone. Peace.